Did you know that Sesame Street is the longest street in the world? It is! Just listen to this song from South Africa.
Assis, enjoué. Qui ça?
Hello, monsieur.
Hey, Malimpo. Ah, salut. Lila. Mauhamba, esindala kwenda.
In Lagos, smog has quickly become another aspect of city life. In the city of more than 21 million people, known to some as Africa's first city, the majority of residents live near industrial plants, breathing in exhaust from thousands of cars and millions of generators, providing power to the city. Air pollution in fast-growing West African cities is reaching dangerous levels, but the worst part is that we know almost nothing about the pollutants emerging from these new urban centers and their impact on weather systems, crops, and public health at large. There's little monitoring of pollution, no emission inventories, or statistical information on things like fuel consumption. Not only is pollution in these cities killing local residents, we found that emissions may even be altering the climate along the coast of West Africa, leading to changes in the clouds and so potentially to rainfall with devastating effects. In more recent times, water pollution has emerged as one of the dreadful environmental changes facing Nigeria, as many rivers and streams have become contaminated by mostly natural and man-induced activities. Water pollution involves contamination of streams, lakes, underground water, bays, or oceans by substances harmful to living things. As Nigeria grows socioeconomically, it has suffered from series of water pollution.
They looked at other forms of pollution, which include indoor pollution from smoke and other things. And again, about 14% of inhabitants in that rural district had some form of chronic obstructive lung disease.
It has been discovered that air pollution is responsible for 1 in 8 of all global deaths, double the previous estimate. The 7 million deaths annually were from a combination of indoor and outdoor air pollution. Outdoor air pollution comes from sources such as industry, with excessive air pollution resulting from unsustainable policies by governments. The policies meant transport, energy production, waste management, and industry were leading to deaths, but some healthier strategies will be more economical in the long term due to healthcare cost savings as well as climate gains.
Particularly affecting the lungs, the heart, and other body systems. In the lungs, you may have chronic lung diseases like bronchial asthma, chronic obstructive lung diseases, even lung cancer has been reported associated with air pollution.
South Africa's Environment Department recently passed the Air Quality Act, which attempts to enforce the maximum levels of particles that industry can release. In many cases, companies readily exceed the limits, although the fine for doing so can be as high as 5 million or 5 years in jail.
For example, if you have poor road infrastructure, this is visible now. If you don't have electricity, this is visible. So our politicians tend to focus more on problems that are visited by people. But air pollution is less visible, and therefore our decision makers or policy makers do not see it as a priority.
Refining crude oil legally is common, and therefore a lot of oil pollution is due to no regulations. The oil is tapped secretly by hijacking oil pipelines. Hundreds of these mini refineries have sprung up to extract illegal oil. This causes extensive pollution throughout the region of Nigeria.
It's risky. About 2 or 3 times this place fire breakouts, and one of the guys working there, you can see his skin. He was caught in the fire, burned. Well, this is Nigeria. With little money, you can get yourself out from that place. They know that we are suffering. We are doing this as a result of poverty caused by unemployment. They know this fact, and that is why when we cry to them, they release whoever they arrested from the community with little money to build them.
Due to the production of oil, open gas flaring is common and is the main way of burning off toxic gases. This is the cheapest method and therefore is commonly used all over Nigeria. Villages and communities are sometimes exposed to these toxic gases and impose health risks on these communities.
Look at me now, I have a lot of sickness, headache and other things receiving from the smoke of the oil. They treat you like animals. When they see you on the way, they use their cars and flash water upon you because you don't have like them. They are living in the complete houses. We will toilet in the forest. Why their toilet is very neat. Their toilet is even more better than your room.
This has been a common issue all over Nigeria, yet oil companies have not stopped flaring. Here is a Shell company manager trying to explain.
It is a specific issue that we have aggressively been addressing, and we have various flares out programs, to reduce the flaring and ultimately to stop flaring altogether. The dates have often been shifted because we have had challenges with regards to funding some of these projects.
Last year,